everyone, today I have a new subscription to my channel to share with you. It's called Burrow Quill, and it is a letter subscription. You receive letters that tell a story. So I've had similar subscriptions on my channel, and I'm super excited to share this one with you. The curator reached out, and curator, author, creator, CEO, it's a husband and wife team, and they reached out to me and asked if I could share this subscription with you all, of course free to review. So thank you so much to the amazing dynamic duo behind Burrow Quill. So today I'm going to show you the kids subscription. It's for ages 7 to 11 approximately, but they also have a adult subscription for women as well. So right now the two stories that they offer on their website, the first one being, of course, like I just mentioned, the adult story, which is kind of historical fiction based. They're called the Hart Letters, but H-A-R-T. And in this letter subscription for adults, follow Eleanor Hart through 1908 America as she unravels a family secret and finds not only her own courage, but also the chance for love. So that story sounds really good to me. They should be sending that to me as well, so I'll be able to share that one to you. But we're going to start with the kids subscription. It's the one I have in the envelope today. Of course, this is actually washi tape. They did not send this to me like this. I added the washi tape. Another use for washi tape, you can cover up your address with it. So I wanted to finally show some fronts of envelopes, and what better way, right? Use all the washi tape. So the children's story is called Juniper and Rolo, and it's an adorable little story about the friendship of an otter and a squirrel. It's super cute. I really love it, and I can't wait to share it with you. Of course, I did read it. I wanted to read it ahead of time to make sure that I like the story and like the content of the subscription, of course, before sharing it on the channel. I wanted to give it a nice review. So their description of the story on the website is: join a curious chipmunk and adventurous river otter as they explore the seasons, survive wild weather, and learn life lessons in the Great Lakes wilderness with this letter subscription for kids ages 7 to 12. So then, of course, you can click on the website and get more information about both of these subscriptions. This story is called the Juniper and Rolo Letters, A Great Lakes Adventure. It is going to last for 1 year for the full story to be told, and you get 2 letters per month. I'll go over more of those types of details after I show you what's in here, because I think we want to get started, and you want to meet Juniper and Rolo. They are lovable from the start, as far as I can tell. So here's everything that comes in the envelope, and we have a little Burrow and Quill card, which says letters brought to you by Burrow and Quill, handcrafted stories by mail. So this is a great way to get off of screens, read something, brings generations together of mail, and these subscriptions can be a lot of fun for sure. And just in case you are interested in either, today we're looking more if you have a child or grandchild, niece or nephew, any kid in your life that you want to get a gift for, or perhaps a homeschooling idea. Each letter will come with a discussion guide, which I think would be great for parents that do homeschooling. So lots of options here, but I have a code, all capitals, one word, Jessie Journals. I'll put it across the screen. That will get you 10% off of any purchase on the website. So it's whether it's the adult one, historical fiction, this children's story. There also is a story for October for Halloween. I'm not sure when the cutoff is to order that, but check that out if you're interested. And I think that's just going to be a 2-part story from what I recall. And check for more details about that if you're interested on the website for the Halloween story. Of course, I'll have the website linked below in the description box as well as in the pinned comments. We got a map of the area where the otter and squirrel, Juniper and Rolo, meet, and it's a map of Maple River. It's the area. So I like this. It's drawn out. It has labeled some of the important places that events occur in the story. And I won't read you the whole letter, but basically this is about a cute little otter and squirrel right there. My apologies, I had squirrel on the brain, but this is actually a chipmunk. So Juniper is the otter, really cute right there, and Rolo is the chipmunk. I just saw those stripes down the back and thought that looks like a chipmunk, and I checked their website to verify it is. I apologize. I've had squirrels on my mind for some other reason, but it's an illustrated letter. You can see the river here kind of faded into the background behind the text. It's basically the story of an unlikely friendship. So the synopsis that I would give is that this is a letter from Juniper the otter to Rolo the chipmunk, and Juniper is writing about the first time that they met and how special Rolo is to Juniper. This is a story through Juniper's eyes, and Juniper talks about how he got she. I don't think it really goes into gender. I'm not sure, but the otter talks about when it got stuck in a bramble patch, and the little chipmunk helped him get out, and the otter really thought that was unlikely of a chipmunk, and just was very surprised at the generosity that Rolo had to offer. So you can see some great themes in here and lessons for kids, which we can go over in a little bit. I will read 2 paragraphs to you. This is basically just what I just said, but it gives you an idea of how it's written. All right, dear Rolo, and then I'll skip a couple paragraphs and then come down to this. I keep thinking about the day we met. I was stuck in those awful thorns near the bend, the kind that grab your fur and won't let go. I had chased a fish. He cheated and slipped into a tunnel I didn't see. I crashed into the bramble patch. My legs were stuck, my tail twisted, and I almost cried like a kit. There and then you appeared, tiny paws, big cheeks, and such a serious face. You didn't laugh, you didn't run, you just said stay still and chewed through the vines like it was nothing. I thought, why would a chipmunk help an otter? You dig and plan, I swim and play, but you helped me anyway. So here we go, that's that section right there. And the second page is beautiful. I gasped when I saw this beautiful red-tailed hawk here, you can tell with that. And this is how Juniper will sign the letters, a little paw print. I liked that. And Juniper actually drew this map of where they were, so it literally labels the bramble patch. So this is where Juniper got stuck, and I know Rolo wanted to hear a story from Juniper in return. So there's a story in there about something that Juniper was hiding from. And if anybody knows any predator-prey relationships, you can probably guess what that's about. But it also marks that spot where Juniper was hiding. So it's super cute, well done. I like the letters, got the handwritten style. Just everything's gonna come illustrated like this. It's gonna teach kids about animals. There's friendship things in here. There's lots. There's maybe some vocabulary words even. So with that, let's get on to the discussion. There's a discussion card for parents. I'll give you an idea what this looks like, and an activity sheet, things you can do with your kids. So this is meant for the adults to read. So again, this letter has a target audience of ages 7 to 11. And of course, as a parent or educator, grandparent, aunt, uncle, etc., you can judge as to whether you think your child is older or younger and may or may not like it. The child you have in question, or children. But so for the discussions, they have the themes of the letter, of course, friendship, asking for help, and courage in stillness. And I thought these were really great topics. For friendship, they say that it can come from unexpected places. Why do you think Juniper didn't expect Rolo to help her? Juniper is a girl, I'll have to remember that. Have you ever had someone surprising and help you before? And then asking for help isn't a weakness. Juniper needs help in the brambles. Why is it important to accept help? Can you think of a time when you helped someone else, even with something small? And then, of course, the courage in quiet moments. And I'll leave those up to your imagination if you'd like. I don't want to spoil the entire story about what happens on page 2 right here. Gosh, these are so pretty. And put them together, they really look great with the river in the background. And then we go into the little activity sheet. Just some fun activities, fun facts for kids, some things they can do. You can have them do these. It starts out actually with jokes, so I thought this was super fun. Jokes can get them laughing. We know that laughter is great for kids, so Why don't otters ever get embarrassed? I should pause, right? If anybody in the chat, why don't otters ever get embarrassed? Feel free to put in the comments below. If you think you know the answer, you can pause even if you're not in the premiere and write it down if you'd like in the comment. The answer is because they always go with the flow. And the second joke is, why did the trout avoid playing hide and seek? So why did the trout avoid playing hide and seek? Again, if you'd like to pause, you can. The answer, it's upside down, by the way. I thought that was a smart way to do it. Because he was always spotted, which is funny. So the activity, again, is the map exploration. Look at Juniper's river map. We got that here, the map that she drew out. Can you make a simple map of your yard, neighborhood, or favorite park, marking places with little notes like best climbing tree or spooky corner? I would have loved that as a kid. I actually did draw maps. I have memories of creating what we called honey tree maps, kind of based on the Bernstein Bears and their books, and I would draw them like about our yard and draw them with my friends, and we'd have a great time drawing the maps. We would color and, oh yeah, spend lots of time and hours doing that. So it kind of reminded me of that from my own childhood, but I would imagine kids would still have a lot of fun doing something like that today. I know I loved it as a kid. And then we go on to have some interesting facts about the red-tailed hawk, which I think is awesome. We showed the red-tailed hawk is another creature that they encounter here. So very pretty illustration of the hawk. And I won't read all of these facts. These are just fun little trivia information. I liked reading through it, of course, and I knew some of them. Did you know that red-tailed hawks are the most common hawk in the U.S.? So yes, of course, I did know that. And adults have rusty red tails. Young hawks' tails are striped brown. Their eyesight is about 8 times sharper than ours, etc., etc. And then it says, there's an unscramble message at the bottom. Can you unscramble the message? And your child can work on the words and the letters and unscramble them. And it's about otters. Otters have whiskers. Do you think they tickle? Which is pretty silly, but again, I think it'll get kids laughing, and it's fun for them to, do these types of word unscrambles. So I think this is great. I think it's something fun for the whole family. Involve your kids in this awesome activity, and it comes with a lot, and this is just one of the letters, so you would get 2 per month, and this is just one of the monthly shipments. And if you're wondering about prices, you can get the subscription ahead of time annually, which is $129.99. Plus, you'll get 10% off with my discount code. Again, Jessie Journals, all one word in capitalized letters. And one thing I thought was fascinating and kind of rare about this company is that they do have a 30-day guarantee. So if you buy the annual plan, so if you pay for the year ahead of time, you can, if up to 30 days, return the letters and get a full refund if you're not happy with the story. Just note that 30 days is 30 days from the day you order it, not the day you receive it, your first letter. So it's from the day you order the annual subscription. So if you're not happy with it, you can get 100% refund, 30-day satisfaction guaranteed, and of course you can cancel it and receive a full refund. You would not have to return the letter. But the monthly subscriptions, however, cannot be returned. It is $12.99 per month, and you can cancel at any time, but you won't get any refund for those. But those monthly subscriptions come with, of course, a story told through 24 full-colored letters. That's for the full year. Like I said, twice per month, and it'll include things like maps, sketches, and other artifacts. And it includes riddles, games, and fun facts that enhance the story, which you saw below here with facts about the red-tailed hawk, all of that. And there's a discussion guide for adults included as well. So I thought this story was super cute and really great for kids. Like I said, there was you can learn about seasonal changes, exciting adventures, life lessons, friendship, courage, caring for others. It says that on the website they say This series invites them to step into a vivid natural world, explore new perspectives, and treasure the joy of receiving something special in the mail. So I think this is a really cool idea. I think it's a great business from a husband and wife duo that are working on this. They've literally talked about thinking about stories and on their kitchen table and talking about the adventures or the historical events. Again, there's also the subscription for women, historical fiction. I will hopefully be sharing that on the channel in another video. But they sent me this children's one first, and I think it's really cute. I was pleasantly surprised, even as an adult. I mean, I got, the characters are adorable, and it was just really sweet to read, and it would be really fun to share with a child. Overall, I'm excited to see what happens next to these two characters. I think they could have lots of fun adventures and explore different themes, of course, friendship and otherwise, and learn more about the environment and different animals as well. So this story gives a lot of opportunity to do that, run into additional characters, things like that. The only tiny criticism I would have is I had a little bit of trouble reading some of the blue words that had the river in the background. There was one in particular on this page right there. It kind of had the dark river, and they put some of the words in blue. I think words that related to cold, like frozen river, was in here a few times, and it ended up being ice cold, but it took me a couple minutes to figure that out. So if the child was reading it, I could see it could be a little bit tough, but really I would just say maybe you have a little bit of a bigger font, or even just not put those words in different colors. I don't know why they're in different colors. Trout here is in like a reddish orange color. Not sure. But the PS, the postscript, is also in blue. So just something minor, very, very minor. And this is talking to the curators, and they might even have a reason for doing so. Just one thing I noticed is I had to squint really hard and look at it and kind of for this one especially, I had to kind of use context clues to figure it out. But I mean, other than that, and ages 7 to 11, you probably, ages 7 especially, you might even read this with them. But yeah, I just absolutely love the illustrations. Very pretty. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any children in your life that you think this would be good for, or if you're a homeschooling parent, if you have any ideas for the curators as well. This subscription does have a gifting option, so when you click on that, just follow the instructions on the website if you're giving it as a gift. And it is free shipping in the US. It's included in the price. I'm assuming they don't ship internationally. I did not see anything on their website about it, but if you have any questions and you're international, let me know. I can reach out to them and see if they ship out of the country. But right now, that's, as we all know, that's a little bit tricky. But let me know what you think of this awesome new subscription, Burrow & Quill. Stay tuned to the channel to see the next subscription from Burrow & Quill for adults, particularly women, in the historical fiction / romance type genre, based on the brief synopsis that I read to you. And we'll go more into depth into the adult subscription and what it includes. So if you're hanging out, still watching here in the premiere or otherwise, thank you so much. Please give this video a like, a thumbs up. It helps me and it helps my channel. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.